As the erratic British summer rolls on, tourists to the country continue to roll in. 30 million of them are expected to visit Britain in this year alone. But if the popular travel guidebook Lonely Planet is to be believed, Britain may well be past its tourism sell-by date. The book says that many destinations in Britain are now lacking quality and are overpriced when compared to their European counterparts. So is Britain really had its day when it comes to tourism?
It's not too bad. I've been to worse places.
Eating out is pretty reasonable if you find the right places, and certainly the shopping's much better than the Eurozone.
Some things perhaps are a bit of a rip-off, yes. Not everything though. I've been to other countries where, they have inflated prices for tourists. It's quite obvious, whereas here at least it's the same price for locals than it is for tourists.
Specifically, Lonely Planet criticises the high prices of public transport, tourist attractions, hotels and restaurants in Britain. Admission fees for many popular London attractions were also targeted as being overpriced, as were the range of chic, modern restaurants that are littered across the capital. Lonely Planet did admit that some parts of Britain were still great, but said that overseas visitors probably had the most to gain thanks to the weak pound. In fact, it said if prices continue to rise, some Brits may regret opting for the staycation. So with this in mind, do Brits still holiday as much at home anymore?
Yes, some places, yeah. Cornwall.
No, not really, no.
Why not, do you think?
Because I prefer the weather and going elsewhere.
Yes, actually. I'm going caravanning in Wales later on this year. Kind of mix it up. Britain one year, then maybe abroad the next.
Most of the people I've spoken to today say they do holiday at home quite a lot. But if recent research is to be believed, this isn't a nationwide trend. According to stats from TripAdvisor, 38% of people are planning a staycation in 2011. That's down on last year when 45% of us holidayed at home. The figures also show a jump in overseas travel in the first 3 months of this year, with 13.5 million Brits heading abroad. That's 4% more than the same period in 2010. For British tourist destinations, Lonely Planet highlighted Birmingham as an unexpected highlight. It also praised Cornwall, Manchester and Edinburgh, which it called one of the world's most fascinating cities. But the guidebook was less positive about Surrey, which it called uninspiring and dull, and Blackpool, which it called tacky, trashy and tawdry. So how do we save money when we're out and about in Britain's tourist destinations?
Do it yourself online and use the websites like Last Minute and the other hotel websites. You can get really nice hotels for really good value.
Shopping around and comparing things and getting the best deal. And also you can barter if you have got the confidence to. If you ring someone up, I'm sure they will barter. That's what I do anyway.
Well, there's a lot of online things that I use, like hotelshop.com and stuff, where you get, the more you use hotels through them, the more kind of loyalty vouchers you gain, and then you get money off future trips.
As well as always shopping around and booking ahead, keeping an eye on discount sites such as myvouchercodes.co.uk for restaurant and attraction admission fee deals is always a good idea. If you're planning a last-minute break, keep checking sites like lastminute.com and hotwire.com for hotel, theatre and other tourist bargains. But if a stay-at-home holiday doesn't appeal this summer, where are the best value overseas destinations?
Obviously the euro's the pound's flailing against the euro at the moment. It's probably not where the euro is. However, if you go to those little resorts in like the Greek islands and Spain where it's not too touristy.
Well, I'm particularly partial to the US. Again, the shopping's really good. But other than that, I think mainland Europe is really nice as well. You get really great food if you like eating out for good value.
I quite like North Africa. I've been to a few places around there. And then South America is nice as well.
According to the Post Office's Cost Barometer, which looks at the overall price of an average tourist basket of goods in several countries, the Spanish resort of Costa del Sol is the cheapest holiday destination for 2011, followed by Sunny Beach, Bulgaria and the Algarve in Portugal. The Post Office also looked at the costs of city breaks using a similar method and found the Latvian capital of Riga to be the cheapest, followed by Prague in the Czech Republic and Hungary's Budapest. Admittedly, I've never been a fan of stay-at-home holidays, but that's probably more to do with the British weather than it is to do with the British tourist circuit. But I still find it hard to believe that Britain's had its day when it comes to tourism, especially when you consider the recent royal wedding and next year's Olympics. Britain may not be great anymore when it comes to tourism, but I'm sure it's not as ghastly as Lonely Planet makes out.